Hello, hello. Doing all right. How about yourself? Yeah. Right. One-on-one. Hey, Shadow, how's it going? Oh, yeah, we could do that too. I'll just take off my equipment here. Let's see. Where can I put them? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Uh, doing all right, Shadow? How are you doing? So they took the server down you were playing on, huh? Oh, not a whole lot. No. Why is that still playing? I do. I haven't done a whole lot with it. I'm actually not working right now, but my profession is IT work. Oh, okay. Uh, oh, sure. Yeah. Well, primarily, I was doing desktop support for a couple of larger companies, with some network things, but mainly just desktop support. Yes. Yep. Rolling out new computers. If people have problems with their computer, we would fix it, install new software, stuff like that.
And privately, I mean, when I first, well, it's funny because when before I came over here, I had my own business in the States. I was a uh, I had a furniture repair shop basically, but it was antiques mostly, and it was,
Oh, nice.
and I would refinish them as well as repair.
Okay.
And that's where I got my first computer experience because the guy that originally I worked for there before I bought it from him, he had an old 286 computer
Mm-hmm.
and it had DOS in Windows 3.1. And I was just in awe of it. And I just thought, oh, I got to get me one. So as soon as I got enough money,
Right.
with 3 kids and a wife that didn't work, It took me a while, but I finally bought a 286. And I'll tell you what, that was it. There was no turning back for me. Computers was what I wanted to do. But, and this recently, I've just had this thing in my head about, and I'll tell you what, over here, I'm sure over there as well, you try to buy yourself a 286 computer, they'll cost you hundreds. Even if they don't fucking work, they'll cost you shitloads of money. It's like, what? So I managed to buy me a couple 386 laptops on eBay over here for a relatively cheap price. And because I've got loads of floppies. But what I really want to do is get my hands on a 5.25 floppy disk drive, but you're not going to find those anywhere. Right. People just don't have them. If you do, again, it'll cost you an arm and a leg to get your hands on one.
Yeah, exactly.
It's really strange. And then I think about all the computers I had. I thought, I should have kept a couple of them.
Yeah, when my dad used to be a teacher. So in the school systems, there were all Apple computers. So when I was a kid, when the kid, like in the summertime or the wintertime, he would bring home like an Apple II computer for vacation. We didn't have our own at first, so he'd bring that home. And a neighbor of mine had a bunch of games on the 5.25 floppy disks. A bunch of games that I would borrow from him, and eventually we got a Apple II GS. Which, and I liked messing around with like the spreadsheets and doing all the different calculations you could do in spreadsheets and doing some cool things in there. And eventually I moved over to Windows and away from Apple. I don't care for Macs or anything like that now.
No. Yeah, I've always stayed away from Apple products because they're proprietary, aren't they? So, and you can't do anything with them. They're really hard to. Well, you can't manipulate them like you can a Windows PC.
Right.
And so I pretty much stayed away from them. So it's always been Windows, and then only in the last probably maybe 10 years, because there were some Macs at our school, just in the music department, and school got them some discount price, but no one knew how to use them, and I wasn't really big on them, so I ended up buying me over the last 10 years. I've had probably 2 MacBooks and 2 MacBook Airs. I've had an iMac, and the only reason why I had them just to learn. So if anybody at school had a problem, I could sort it out.
Right.
But they're so hard to work with. And the thing, as we move into this next generation, you've got so Apple has a phone, an iPad, and an OS on there for whatever computer you have. But the three don't talk to each other very smoothly. And I think, you got to be kidding me. This is a company that strives on, being proprietary, and nothing else works with it. Well, why didn't it work with itself? Whereas, you can get a Windows PC. I mean, you can have an Android phone, connected to your Windows. You can have everything synced between the two. So, I mean, the only problem with the phone is that, Microsoft's idea of a phone didn't go down very well with everybody, which is a shame, because I gave it a try for a while, but it just wasn't. It just didn't do it for me. And again, I never. I use a lot of apps, so I've been with Android for quite a while, and because I use apps for work, and I couldn't get them on the iPhone, but I just recently bought an iPhone 12, and I can get all the apps now that I had on my Android, and everything works brilliant. I mean, I got no problems. I mean, my photos sync to OneDrive, and at one time that wouldn't have happened either. But so I'm quite happy with the iPhone, what it's doing. But I don't really care about what the phone is to me. It's two things. One is it's a phone,
Yep.
And the other one, the apps on it are the ones that I use. I want them on there. If I couldn't get them on there, I wouldn't have it.
Right.
But I mean, with Windows 11, or well, yeah, Windows 11 especially. I mean, I've probably got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 computers, and they all have the same desktop, same favorites. You know,
Oh, sure,
everything's. You know what I mean? It all works well together. I have the same experience on every device I own. Because obviously, because I log in with the Outlook, but yeah, but I still have this thing about I like Apple the MacBook Air that I had. Now I like doing music as well, so the MacBook Air records music really nice.
Mhm.
You know, I mean they're made for video and audio, aren't they? Really,
Yeah.
or the MacBooks. But then this computer that I got me a. I don't know if I don't know if you're into any music, but there's a recording software called Studio One,
Okay.
and so I bought that, and that's like about a 300-pound piece of software, and I got it fairly cheap. So that was great, and because I bought a Sound Blaster card for my computer, well, the recording on my computer worked brilliantly. So I actually ended up selling the last MacBook Air I had here just recently. They seem to hold their price really well.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm an Android guy when it comes to phones.
Yep.
My sisters, they're all iPhones, and they got my parents' iPhones. And when my parents have issues, they try and ask me, and I say, I don't know iPhones. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll fiddle around with it to see if I can figure it out, and usually I can figure it out, but
Yeah.
I just don't like the interface that the iPhones have.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Well, doesn't look like Paul's going to be on either. I think we're just going to have to give it a miss tonight, mate. Yeah, there are things about the iPhone that I don't like. And you really have to force things to happen sometimes. So like, you know, it always wants to use your iCloud mail as opposed to another mail. And you have to, you know, again, they make it quite difficult, but you can, so I've made Outlook my default email on there.
Sure.
And a couple other things that they, just a bit weird how they do it. My Samsung, like in the Photos app, you could, they have that erase feature where you can erase, like if you have a person in the photo you want to get rid of, you can erase it.
Right, yep.
Well, on the iPhone, you have to have a download the app for that, which just seems a bit stupid, really. But again, we're talking Apple iPhone. You know, you'd think that they would be ahead of the game, but
Right.
they don't really seem to be. Samsung has a good product. Oh, that's it. With the Apple, you've got all this security. So, you know, if I log into an Apple device, I better have another Apple device ready because it's going to send a message to that device. I can use the code I can use for the device I'm logging into. It's really,
Oh, right. Yep.
you know, I understand what it's all about, but it just sometimes seems a bit cumbersome.
Yeah.
Although I do have, see, I think this is why I bought it. I've got I used to wear a Fitbit watch, and I really like the Fitbit because it's really accurate on the walking and it gives you sleep, you know, gives you information about your sleep and stuff, which I really liked. Well, I got reading about the Apple Watch and I did some reviews, and they seem to have come a long way. So I thought, right, I'm going to get this iPhone 12. I'm going to buy me a Apple Watch 8 because I really like the way it worked. So I did, and I haven't been disappointed. And as a matter of fact, there's this is quite weird because in the Apple Watch, there's an app an ECG app, so it does take your heart rate.
Oh, sure.
And a few weeks back, probably about 6 weeks ago, after tea one night, I just felt a bit funny, and my chest felt a bit tight and stuff. So I thought, oh, I'm just gonna check and see what's going on. And when I did it, it said I had arterial fibrillation, and my heart rate was 100. My heart rate was 150 beats per minute.
Oof.
I thought, wow, that's not right.
Yeah.
So I kept checking it every half hour, and sure enough, as I sat there over the night, it came down. Went to sleep, got up next morning, and boom, it was right back up there. So I called 111 over here, which is not 999, but it's close to it.
Sure.
And they said, well, you should really get to the emergency, within the next hour, really, just in case. So they made an appointment with me, and I walked into the emergency unit at the hospital, and they took me right in the back and hooked me up to the machines, and I was there all day. And they basically, after a few consultants and everything looked at it, they said they couldn't figure out why, but they put me on some medication to lower my heart rate, and also some medication to thin my blood, because what it is the two valves, top and bottom of your heart, aren't beating in sync.
Sure.
So that's what arterial fibrillation is. So they're not beating in sync, so they'll beat even quicker to try to move the blood through the heart, because the blood will end up sitting there, which could cause clots, which could go to your brain, blah, blah.
Right.
So in a way, the phone or the watch really served a purpose for me. And as a matter of fact, I've been on this medication now for a couple weeks, and yesterday I felt a bit weird, and sure enough, my heart rate was up to like 128, and so I just kind of monitor it. It doesn't make me. It makes me feel slightly funny, but not where I can't do anything.
Right.
It's hard to describe, really. It's like if you ever get really anxious and you feel that pounding in your chest.
Sure.
That's kind of what it's like, but at a lower rate or a lower level. But so yeah, I mean that part works about it. And I did get some AirPods, and they seem to work really well. So I'm quite happy with those Apple products in my life. But I couldn't sit at an Apple computer because it wouldn't give me what I wanted.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So much for that.
I agree with that.
So what we're going to do is we're not going to do anything. It's just, I was really kind of hoping everybody would get in here so we could do this, but obviously they don't want to do it. So I think we're just going to call that a night, really. Sorry about that, mate.
That's all right. Give it a shot.
Yeah. Does it, are you streaming through Discord?
Not through Discord, no.
Right, because it says streaming Miscreated under your name. Does it say it underneath my name?
No, I'm using streamer mode in Discord. So when you use streamer mode in Discord, it'll say you're streaming, and it's supposed to silence all the audio things like muting your mic and people coming in and out of a room.
Yeah. All right. I've never used it. I use the OBS.
Yeah, I use OBS too. But
I just wondered. Go on.
Yeah, well, it's just to basically mute all the sounds that Discord does, I think.
All right. So
and I do it too, so other people that I'm friends with in Discord can see that I'm streaming.
And, right.
Because it'll show up whichever server you're in too.
So and who does it? Does it go through Twitch then?
Yeah, I mean Discord. That's just basically just a graphical indication that you're streaming. Has nothing to do with actually streaming. I use OBS. I use OBS. I'm actually streaming to YouTube and Twitch at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
And So I mean, there's an option in settings there to turn streamer mode on and off, and there's an option there to automatically enable it if OBS is running. So
All
yeah.
right. You know what? That's really weird. It kept popping up. Enable streamer mode. So it isn't actually streaming through Discord.
Correct.
It's just
it's not
telling you that
streaming
you're
anything.
streaming.
Yep.
Automatically enable, disable if OBS. All right. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
So underneath my name, then in Discord, it should say streaming Miscreated.
Yeah, I notice sometimes if you do it after you've already started streaming,
Yeah.
it takes a while to catch up, or sometimes it doesn't even show up at all. But
No.
so I try and enable it before I even start streaming.
Yeah. All right. Because I always thought whenever I seen this streamer mode is enabled, I always thought, well, God, I don't want to stream through Discord.
Oh yeah, no.
So you could stream through YouTube and at the same time, can you?
Yep. Well, I use it's called Restream. It's a website called Restream, and instead of putting the Twitch key into OBS, you put Restream key into OBS, and then you set up Restream to point to your Twitch and your YouTube accounts.
And it doesn't create a lot of lag or anything.
No.
Wow. Oh, I'm gonna have to have a look at that. Restream.
I know that because you're not an affiliate or partner on Twitch, are you?
No. What do you mean by that?
Well, if you have a subscribe button on Twitch.
Oh, I don't know.
You're probably just like me, just a follow button.
I just stream. Yeah, I don't. Well,
I mean, you'd know because there's like paperwork
anything.
and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not pay.
No,
It's not pay. It's just for you to able to get subscribers and earn money. But it takes a long time to get to that offer where they'll even offer you that. And I'm not that. I know that there's rules about streaming at the same time on Twitch and other platforms if you're an affiliate or a subscriber. But since I'm not, I can stream at the same time wherever I want.
Does it cost you?
Nope.
It came up with the thing saying.
On Restream?
Yeah.
Well, if you do more than 2, you have to pay their premium. But, I just do the 2.
Right. So, I'm gonna have to set this up. At your first channel.
Yeah, 'cause
So, how do you do it? Do you have 2 channels?
let's see. Let me pull mine up here.
So it gives you a RTMP URL and a stream key.
Yep. So what I did is
You put those both in your OBS.
Yep. So what I did for the OBS is so I didn't mess up. If I just want to go back to only Twitch,
Yeah.
I went into I think it's profile, and I duplicated my existing profile to make a second one.
In OBS.
In OBS. Yep.
All right.
So basically, we're just making a duplicate one, and then I renamed that one Restream. And then in Restream, I got to get back to the setup here. Settings. Yep. So I have 2 destinations. YouTube and Twitch.
Stream from browser to your channels.
I remember it went pretty easy. It's been a while since I did it, so I don't remember actually all the steps that I took. But it just basically asks for like your Twitch logon to connect and your YouTube logon to connect.
Yeah. Because it says connect to, you do the connect, oh, right. And then destinations is add a channel. Ah, yep, Twitch. Very good. Oh, yeah. I see how it works now. So what I need to do is, I need to figure out how to do that profile. Because I'm not seeing a profile anymore.
In OBS.
Oh,
It's probably grayed out if you're streaming.
Ah, right. Right, well,
Yeah,
I'm going to
because
stop
mine's
screaming then.
yeah, mine's grayed out too because I'm streaming.
Right, whoever's watching, thanks for watching. This has been a very boring evening because we haven't had the event we wanted. Oh, well. Thanks for watching anyway. All right, there we go. So do you duplicate or just new?
I duplicated because then anything you already have set up, it'll just
Yeah.
copy it over.
Call it read.
And from what I understand, because I have a couple of profiles because I've been looking at possibly other places to stream. So I have like maybe 4 profiles. And it's basically the profile is just basically your streaming destination, like your stream key and stuff like that, from what I understand. Because in all my profiles, I still have all my other scenes and sources and stuff like that I have set up.
Right. So so now I've got 2 profiles. I need to find out how to rename them. Because one of them says untitled, and the other one's now Restream. So I wonder how you do that.
I think if you right-click on it, or maybe when you're... I can't remember how I did that. It'll be in one of the menus. I think you have to right-click on it.
Yeah. Edit. Advanced. Rename. Beautiful. Call that one Twitch. Yeah, that's excellent. So, you just basically switch between the two, okay? Or you go to profile and select the one you want.
Correct. Yeah, like I'm on Restream now since I'm both on YouTube and Twitch. But if for some reason I didn't want to stream on YouTube, I could just change my profile to Twitch, and in fact I do have one that's only YouTube as well. That I was actually using just to test.
Right. So I just need to go back there. I'm going to have to, oops, that ain't the one, is it? Oh, Christ, which one did I? Oh, that's it. Restream IO. IO, what's IO?
That's just their website name.
All right. So connect there. So we're going to change profile to Restream. And then settings, stream, disconnect. Yep. Connect account. Oh, no, I don't want that. Custom. Oh, Restream IO. Wow, it's already in there. Now, oops, when I did this, I just said log in with my. Gonna have to do a password, aren't I? You know, when you use like your account, let's say it said, "Oh yeah, just use your Google account to log in,"
Right. Yeah.
which is what I did. Is it going to use the email from Google, or that? Sorry, is it going to use the password?
In Restream.
Well, it's asking me to log in. So when I click on settings in OBS to
Okay.
connect to the Restream, it wants email and password. Yeah, so. You know what I'm saying?
Remember that? Yeah.
So I think what it is
because the way I remember it is when I first set it up, you know, I wanted to connect to Twitch or YouTube or whatever, and then I popped up with an authentication screen to make sure that I wanted to do that. It's been a while though.
Oh, this could be a bit tricky. I'm sure. That's what I used. Your profiles. See how your different profiles appear in Google services. Why is there a profile in mine called Diamond Crawfish? You know when you go in your Google account?
Mm-hmm.
That's really weird. So it has two profiles. A Mad Dog Miller one, and then a Diamond Crawfish 77043. Which I didn't set up. But that's what it's got me as. So that's really weird. Google. I hate Google. They are idiots. Okay, so we won't worry about that. That's what we want. Enter your... This is where I got to figure out what my password is. Anyways, I'm going to let you go, Agent. Sure, you got better things to do than here. Listen to me ramble on.
Well, I'm just messing around in the game. I had stripped naked, preparing for the event, so I just grabbed a jet ski and I'm running around. No, that's all right. No problem.
All right.
No big deal.
All right. Well, have a good one anyway.
Yep. All right. We'll catch you later then.
Yep. See ya. Bye.
Yep, bye. All right. No event today. Nobody else wanted to play, except the two of us. So, I had stripped naked because he had set up factions, and to set up factions with equipment. But to get the equipment, you got to die, or you join the faction first. You kill yourself, and when you respawn, you have all the faction equipment that it was set up with. So that's why I stripped naked. But since there's no event, I might as well just head back to base. I don't know what else I really want to do here today. I was just going to do the event. Maybe I'll, that'd be quite a run, though. I was going to... I don't know, it wouldn't be too bad. I think I'll go through the tunnel. Through the drainage pipe. Not with the jet ski, because I can't get the jet ski up there. But just park this at the exit to the drainage pipe. I'll run up to it, and then I'll just send myself through it. See if I can survive. If I get shot out. There's a car over there. Oh, that's where that base was. That's why those cars are there. Alright. Close that window. Alright. All the way back down the river. Brightmoor, that's where the event was going to take place, is right there in Brightmoor. We were going to have 2 teams, each set up on the opposite sides of the town, and we were going to have a PvP event. But it was not to be. Pine Parks Trailer Park. Pinecrest over there. Might just end up dying of starvation. Tornado Alley. The drive-in theater. What they should have done is they should have, because you can't get into the projections booth. What they should have done is they should have you been able to get into the projections booth, have a generator in there with a projector. The generator would power up the projector, and you could at least have a light on the screen. I don't know what you could have without maybe just some of the just pictures of the island, or maybe a little movie of the island or something like that. you couldn't actually show real movies without running into copyright. But I think that would have been cool to have a generator here. And then power up that light up the screen. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Also would have been nice if the tornado took different paths. Because it takes the same path every time. Alright, so let's see. I think I have to go past Sultan. Yeah, I gotta go past the Sultan Bridge here before I get to that tunnel. There's Trim's Island. Yeah, I think that tunnel, or the drain pipe, is right up here. Let's see. Alright. See if I can run up there without getting killed. At least before going through the pipe. Because that might kill me. It's been known to. I think they should have had another one of those up by the dam. Because there's no real outflow to that dam. No spillway. I mean, you can see where it's kind of designed to be, but it's just not. There's a pipe there, but you can't go through it. So, okay. So now, do I try swimming, or do I just let the flow take me? Last time I did this, I just let the flow take me, and I ended up just stopping at the exit of that pipe. Where sometimes it just shoots you out. Alright, we'll just watch. Is that the exit? Oh, there we go. So what I did that time is I was swimming. I was holding W as I was going through the pipe. So it shot me out, and I died when I fell. Alright, well, at least this is a quick way back to my base. I'll have to leave the jet ski behind, but that's alright. Maybe I'll just respawn elsewhere. We'll see where it puts me. Hey, Nedmap. We were going to have an event. And Mad Dog, admin of the server, had set up 2 factions with predetermined equipment. But in order to get into that equipment, you had to join the faction, die, and then when you respawn, you would respawn with the faction equipment. So I had taken off all my clothes so I could join the faction, kill myself, and then do the event. But no one else wanted to play. It was just me and the admin of the server. So he decided to call it. So since I had already stripped naked, I decided to just run around on the jet ski for a little bit and then shoot myself through that tunnel. So, yeah. So yeah, if I die, I die here. It's no big deal. Jeez, leave me alone. I didn't do anything to you guys. So yeah, I'm probably not going to be streaming for very long. I'll probably just get back to my base and call it. No. Yeah. Ooh, I never knew there was a sidewalk here. Did I know about this? I don't know if I remember that. Wow, still finding new stuff. Oh, my jet ski's way down here. Yeah, normal clothes. It's very odd. You don't like it? Well, fine. Like this better, huh? What does this do for you, huh? You like that better, huh? You like that? Huh? You like that? There. How you like them apples? Come on, run. No, I'm not outrunning him. Oh, now he... Oh, I thought he tethered. He's still after me. Yeah. How'd he get me from way far that far back? Did you see that? He was like 10 feet behind me. Ah, now he tethered. Now see, there's no way I should be able to run away from him. No way at all. Uh-oh. Storm coming in. I don't have a Survivatron on. Hope there's no radiation. I don't hear any sirens. Oh. Got a ways to go. Let's see, is this going to be too rocky for me to run here? Yeah, hopefully. It was kind of short notice that he set it up. And there were a few people that said they were going to participate, but I think they had to cancel for one reason or another. That's alright. That's the way it goes sometimes. Yep. I always call this Trim's Island. Yep. Good old Trim's Island. Trim Island. I got blasted in the face with a shotgun. Right. And it kind of sucks too, because he's in the UK. A lot of people are in Europe, so as you know, there's time difference between there and where I'm at in the US. But I think there's another person from the US that plays on the server too. But, you know, if it's the weekend, pretty much doesn't affect me. Oh. Well, maybe not just UK, but all of Europe. I think there's... I don't know if they're German or... where they're from. He's got a... he keeps a map of all the bases on the server, kind of like we did. And he's got, I don't know, there's probably 15 bases on here. I've never seen that many on at one time. I think the most I've seen at one time is 10 people. Usually it's maybe... well, usually it's it's just me on here because I'm on like at 9, 10 o'clock my time at night. Server restarts at 10 o'clock p.m. my time. So I usually jump on anyway and turn the lights on. Oh, I don't want to be up here. I want to be down at the river where the jet ski is. What am I thinking? I'm not going to go through that pipe again. So yeah, the time he is usually on, it's like lunchtime for me. All right, where is that? I have seen that, yes. I've been watching people stream that. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I kind of do too. That's why I want to watch streams, but I don't want to watch the streams because I don't want to have it spoiled. The first game was spoiled for me because I watched someone stream the entire gameplay. Well, I missed it. I missed the... no idea where I'm going. This way, I think. I missed where I parked the jet ski. Oh well. I could just kill myself and respawn back at base. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's just early access, so they're going to still be adding to it. Yeah, I'm going to freeze out here. And it's foggy. I'm not even sure where I'm going. Yeah, I was watching people build. That looks pretty good. That looks like it's a good Good system there. Am I going the right way? I don't think I'm going the right way. The fog messed me up. I'm swimming upstream. I shouldn't be swimming upstream. Gotta find a road somewhere. Is that a road? That's a road. Is that the road to... Oh, I think I know where I'm at now. I think that's the Woodhaven Bridge. So I was actually swimming the right way. One of the mods that are on the server, and I have it on mine too, is more weather patterns. But I've noticed that sometimes they don't transition very well. They'll just stop all of a sudden. And they're not very long, which comes in handy, I guess. Oh. Yeah, see, like there. It just transitioned real quick. Yeah. Although I do like that there's more variety. There's a heat wave, there's sandstorms. Blinked and you missed it, yeah. I can't remember all the other patterns, but I think there's like 20 more patterns. No. Not that I've seen. I think you'd have to go in and edit the file yourself and have your own mod. And I haven't tinkered with the weather file. I've looked at it, but I have not tinkered with the weather file. I might as well put my car back in. I want to rebuild this garage one of these days. Yes. Yes, the mods that people have made, there are some very, very cool mods. Glass walls, glass doors, platforms that are much, much bigger. Like, yeah, this platform here is a 12 by 12 roof. I think they go up to 16 by 16. A little trickier to place, but yeah, having big pieces like this is nice. Yeah, I definitely like some of the mods that they've come up with. Been very, very cool. Let's see. Yeah, crafting. Base building plus is 1, and you can have these crate signs. Base building expansion. Furniture. Let's see what else was. Decorations, furniture, lights, different colored lights. Structures. Big tall gatehouses. Glass doors. Glass walls. Crafting metal items instead of just upgrading them. Or maybe those are supposed to be the towable pieces, I don't know. Here's the big platforms. They even have the curved structures back, but they're just I think I have these on my server. You maybe saw them when I was doing it on my server. But as one piece, you can build these curved sections. Big roof panel. And stone walls. That's the cool thing, is you can have these stone walls. It looks really, really nice. The foundations are base game, but the walls are the mod. And on my server, I have a cement mod that I really haven't messed around with yet, but you can have like castle-like structures. I don't know what you call it. I don't remember what they're called. But you know, like it looks like the top of the castle. So I haven't been on my own server in a long time. Been messing around on this one too much. So, yeah. Yeah, I would too. I wish they would have those castle sections in curves, but they don't. It looks like they're just in sections. It also looks like the cement mod has pre-built rooms too, so I got to get on mine. I have it installed. I have it ready to go. I just haven't messed around with it yet. Even though I could just spawn it in if I wanted to. But, yeah. So, yep. Well, I think I'm going to call it there. Stone ones would be awesome to have a castle. Yeah, for sure. I'll have to jump on mine and mess around with it and maybe stream that at some point. But, yep, so I'm going to call it there. Sorry that we didn't end up having that event. That should have been fun to have, but didn't have enough people. So, again, thank you all for watching. We will catch you next time. Take care, everyone.